Hey guys, welcome back to Bait and Tackle. Today we're actually going to be using the triple injector. I've been kind of excited about this for a long time, and it's been a while since I've made a shop video, so welcome back to the shop. I bought this triple injector probably about, I don't know, 4 or 6 months ago, so I've had this for a long time and I've always wanted to use it. I just haven't had a chance. It's the one from Bass Tackle. So we're gonna put this to the test. I'm gonna get it lubed up real good, and we're gonna inject some 3.5-inch buzz frogs from BTS molds. So we're gonna do some of these, and I was thinking almost like a bullfrog color. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna do some green pumpkin that I've already got a little bit made up, and I may need to make up more. I'll probably just make up some fresh, and then some pumpkin seed, and then for the belly I'll probably end up doing some kind of a pearl white. So let's get to this and see how we make out. So the first thing I need to do, guys, is I just need to make sure this is cleaned up pretty good. I need to mark what is the top and what is the bottom. I'm pretty sure this is the bottom and this is the top, so I'm just going to go ahead, take a Sharpie, and maybe what we got to do is just run a quick run just to make sure we know which one is top and bottom, and see how the frogs come out with just a single color, just to see, just to make sure we got our orientation right. So I think what we'll do first is let me just heat up some plastic, and then we will just shoot this and see how it comes out. So while that plastic's heating up, guys, I just wanted to kind of do this quick video. And this is a like 4-gallon bucket or something that I picked up from Lowe's. It's got a screw-on lid. I put this on separate, and this is my plastic, and I took a whole bunch of soft plastics, like floating plastics, and it's really kind of too soft for me. So what I ended up doing was mixing them all in here in this bucket. I put a couple of gallons in here, and what I ended up doing was putting a bunch of hardener in there. So now I keep it in the bucket, and what I do is I keep this paddle in the bucket to mix it with for your drill, and then I just use this drill to go ahead and mix it up. So let me get this put together and we'll get it mixing. And you can see how the plastic all separates. And we're literally just gonna take a couple scoops and put it in the Pyrex cup. I'll probably make about, yeah, it's probably enough, like a cup and a half. Okay, and then I just usually leave this in the bucket. And screw the lid back on. And good to go. A lot easier than dealing with those snap lids. Okay guys, so our plastic is up to about 350, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it in the vacuum pot. And hold on a second, I'm just trying to juggle holding the camera and doing this at the same time. It's kind of a little complicated. But we're going to go ahead and get all the moisture out of the plastic. The window may be a little dirty. Let's see if I can get you a good view. There we go. We'll run it up to about -30. Get as much as we can out of the plastic. And you really want to do this until you start getting the big bubbles, bigger bubbles like that. See how that came up and settled out? It was real small, now they're bigger bubbles. And you get to a point where it's just pulling air through the glass, just pulling air up through. So I just usually let it kind of pan out. We're almost to 30. We're about 28 right now, so we're getting close. And it may take just a second for it to get up to 30. But that should do it, really. You start seeing the bigger bubbles like that, that's usually an indication to go. Now we'll let the air out. And it'll get cloudy because it's hot. It's steamy in there. You don't want to let the air out too fast because it'll splatter the plastic and it'll go everywhere inside the chamber. So not a good idea. Now if you're new at this, I would highly suggest wearing gloves. But I work with my hands even at work, and I do not like wearing gloves. I just don't like it. Hence, this is what happens when you get liquid hot plastic at 350 to 400 degrees on your hand. It bubbles up, and then it ends up ripping off and stuff when you're doing other work. So it's not fun, guys. So if you're new at it, like I said, I'd wear gloves. I usually take a little butane torch and just get some of the air bubbles off the top real quick, just zap it, and that'll get rid of most of your air bubbles. Pretty clean plastic. So let's go ahead and shoot this. Okay guys, so we got this back here. Like I said, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just inject this mold just to make sure that we have, and I always burp the injector just to make sure we don't have any air in there. So we're just gonna go ahead inject this mold just to see how the frogs come out. I want to make sure that my orientation is correct. Fill up the sprue. This is a bigger mold, so it may take a little bit of extra plastic in the sprue. It's going to pull some plastic into it, that's for sure. So we'll let that sit, cool down, and then we'll come back and check orientation, and then we'll do the triple injector. I just wanted to open this up while I got you guys. It's still a little warm, but the mold's ice cold, so I don't see why it wouldn't take too long to dry. Yep, there it is. So let's see if my orientation was correct. This is the bottom of the frog. So this should be the bottom of the frog. That should be the top. And that's right. So those dimples, those deeper dimples in the top, yep, and the hook comes up through the top. So that is the top. So that's what these will look like when we're done, except what we're going to do is we're going to do a triple injection of these and see how well they come out. Let's see if I can get you guys a good look at this. There we go. Okay, see it? The eyes, that's the belly, this is the hook slot where you put it through the nose, come up the back, come up through the bait, and have the hook on top. There's your frog. So we're going to do this. Orientation is correct. That's top, that's bottom. I think I may keep a couple of these just so that I've got some. Looks like we got a little bit of air bubble action in the tails, but it should be alright. For testing them, like I said, I haven't used these yet, so this will be a cool bait just to throw. So I may just hang on to a couple of these. So the only hard part about this process now is that instead of dealing with 2 cups when I use my dual injector, now I've got to do 3. So I've got to try to get 3 cups of plastic around the same temperature so that I can shoot them at the same time. So that's going to be the only difficult part. I'm pretty sure y'all have seen me do the dual injector before. So this really isn't any different other than you're just throwing in 1 more cup as opposed to doing 2, you're doing 3. So we'll try. What we're going to do is we're going to do brown on the top, we're going to do green in the middle, and then we're going to do white pearl belly. So I think that'll look pretty sharp. So right now I'm still heating up the plastic, and I will get back to you guys when I get everything up to temperature. Okay guys, I've switched cups into smaller cups, and I'm trying to manage the heat right now, and it's been pretty difficult, but I think we're almost ready. So here's the bottom this way, top's this way. We're going to do brown, green, white, and I'm just nuking up the white one more time. Okay, let's go blast it real quick, get some bubbles off. One more time. I think we're ready. So here we go. First time with the triple injector. Okay. Take it off some. Really hard to push down. I don't know if that's just me or if I'm having a problem, but it just stopped. It did get to the top. I think that'll be a pretty good color combo. What do you think, guys? Pretty good. See how it turned out. Let that dry for a little bit. I think I'm going to take some green and just keep topping the sprue off because it's soaking up quite a bit. So we'll see how these turn out. So let me get back to you when we got them cooled down and we're ready to go. I ended up changing from the 2 cup size cups down to the 1 cup, and did 3/4 of a cup in each, and that way I could manage having 3 of the same level liquids. And trying to heat them up at the same time is kind of a pain in the butt because they don't really want to heat up as fast. So you really probably should do it individually. But you know, this is why we do this, because you learn. You learn how to do this and when to do it. So next time I'll probably heat up the cups individually as opposed to doing them all together at the same time. Now here's the blending block for the 3. Let's see how this it's always kind of cool to check out the blending block, how it actually like puts the colors together. That's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. It's definitely a cool transition from the pearl white with the green and the brown in it. That's pretty cool. So, well, like I said, we're going to let these cool down, and I'll have you take a look at them in a second. We'll actually open them up. Okay guys, moment of truth. I think they're cooled down enough. I'm hoping that all the gaps and voids got filled in good. Just shooting that one time with a single color, it seemed to be that the tails weren't filling in all the way. But let's see how we made out. Oh man, those actually came out really good. Okay, I can already see that one of the tails, let me zoom into this. I can already tell you that one of the tails didn't fill in all the way. And there's a little bit of air bubbles going on there, but yeah, that one didn't fill in all the way. So, oh well, that's scrapped. I got a little bit of voids there still, so I'm not sure. I got to play with this mold a little bit and see how it goes. Looks like this one didn't do so hot either. The bottom ones look like they did pretty well. But let's just take this out and see what the top looks like. Oh wow, that came out really good. So you got your brown on the top, your brown there in a nice pumpkin brown with the green with the feet, and that pearl white looks like it went into the feet as well. See, I'm still getting some air voids in the feet, some air gaps. So for now, I guess I'll just keep these. I mean, you're really going to be wasting them when you're doing 3 anyway. because there's 3 different colors in there. That one actually came out pretty good. So you got a little bit of the brown. It looks pretty natural, just the way they fill those in. I'm surprised that any of the brown went down to the feet, to be honest with you. That came out pretty darn well. Not bad. That's probably the best one out of the 4. But again, it's a pretty big sprue. I mean, that's a lot of plastic in there. So, and that's, unfortunately, that's just trash, because there's no way to cut that up and remelt it down. I mean, you could try, but not too bad, not too shabby. I mean, they came out pretty decent. Bodies came out good. The feet didn't fill in the best that I wanted them to. And for whatever reason, when I tried the triple injection, the injector seemed to want to stick. It was real hard to push down at first, so it might be something I got to do. And I might even try heating up the mold a little bit next time, just to see if it actually takes care of those air gaps. So, but not bad for the first time triple injection. So after doing some research, I found that some people are having a lot of problems with this mold. And I reached out to the manufacturer, BTS Molds, and he indicated to me that there was plenty of air holes to fill in the cavities correctly. But one tip that he gave me was to shoot it slow, or to shoot it with colder plastic. The colder the plastic, the better. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try it a little bit colder, maybe like 300, 325 if I can get it down that low. And I'm gonna shoot it solid and just see what happens. But when I did the triple inject, they came out okay, but there were still 1 or 2, like the bottom ones, definitely didn't fill in the tails very well at all. So I'm definitely going to make another run and see if it comes out better. But I'm going to see if shooting it slower helps. Okay guys, just to catch you up to speed, I am heating up the plastic again. It's been a few days since I've been able to get back at this. Work's been crazy busy. It's just been a madhouse. So I'm back at it. I'm going to heat up these 3 plastics again. We're going to shoot them again, except we're going to do it at a colder temperature of the plastic to see if that helps with the air voids. I've also talked to Tall Tales Custom, and he was telling me that he ended up actually sending this mold back, which I really don't want to do, but we'll give it a shot the best we can. And if it still keeps ending up being terrible, like he was having issues with it, then we may just end up sending this back as well. But let me get the plastic heated back up, and I think we're going to try some other molds too. I think I'm going to try doing some lizards as well. So we'll be back. Okay, I think we're almost ready. Just waiting on this white, pearl white. Get some of these air bubbles out of here. Okay, we'll do one more stir. Okay, one more stir. Get rid of the air bubbles. Here we go. Time to inject it. Make sure we bleed off there. Here we go. this injector is so hard to push down. There it is, what it is. I think it's, I don't know if it's pushing it through the blending block that's so hard. I guess it's probably because I'm not standing up on top of it either, pushing down. So, alright, well, we'll let those cool off. I did some buzz frogs, and we're going to do some lizards and see how those come out. Okay guys, let's see how we did. I'll open up the frogs first. Tried it a little bit cooler temperature, but I don't know if that's going to really do it's going to fill them in all the way or not. So we probably still have some air problems, but that's okay. For right now, I'm good. So yeah, we still got a little bit of air issues in the corners. But for all intents and purposes, I mean, even if I trim the corners, maybe trim the corners a little bit just so it's still got that flap, it'll probably still perform exactly the way I want it to anyway. But man, those came out great. I mean, I got that brown on top, that pumpkin seed on top, that white pearl belly, and that green right down the middle. So, not bad at all. And again, unfortunately with laminate pouring, you're stuck with what you got anyway, so it's not like you can really melt it down again. I mean, you could, but it'll be some kind of weird plastic. That one took a pretty big hit, so I guess we'll just leave that alone. But I might just use these for myself. But not bad. They came out pretty good. So I'm going to get those cooled down. Let's go ahead and take a look at the lizards. Let's see if those came out. It was pretty tough to pour that last couple, so I'm not sure how these are going to turn out. No air gaps. I don't see any air gaps, but those look awesome. Oh man, those came out perfect. No air. And these are also lizards, 6-inch lizards from BTS molds as well. And I gotta be honest, guys, those came out magnificent. Look at those. You guys can see that very good. But man, look at that brown on the top, the green in the middle, and a little bit of white pearl on that belly. I mean, those are awesome. Those came out really good. So those are regular lizards. Let's see if the wing lizards came out. I did some of the wing lizards too. Same size, same 6-inch size. Oh man, those came out good too. I don't think those, no air pockets. Same idea. No issues there on that mold at all. So there's one front, one back. Check that out, guys. Is that not awesome? Man, that's cool. Alright, here we go, guys. We're going to try this again. We're just going to do the lizards this time. And hopefully I won't screw this up so bad. interesting thing, turn that air off. The interesting thing is, it's very hard to push 3 layers of plastic through. I'm guessing it's the block that's kind of slowing it down. So you got to have quite a bit of force to get that triple inject to go all the way through. But the baits that come out of this, pretty awesome. I mean, it's just definitely a different take on baits. I mean, 2-layered laminates are pretty fun, but 3, that kind of adds another layer to the ball game. So it's pretty sweet. I do like it so far. I'm still having issues with that frog mold. I made about 12 frogs, so I'll probably just end up using them for myself anyway. But I might have to reevaluate that mold. Still having some issues, and I think I'm going to try to inject it with a single color and see if that does anything different at a lower temperature, like what the gentleman at BTS was telling me. So we'll try that, and we'll see how it works. But I'll give you guys a little bit of a preview once we get these 4 more lizards out of these molds, and give you a little preview of all the baits we made with the triple injection. Well, as you can see, guys, these came out pretty decent. I've got everything spread out here for a thumbnail photo. Came out pretty well. There's the lizards triple injection, and there's the frogs triple injection. And I gotta be honest, I mean, they came out great. I mean, I love doing the double and triple injections. They just come out so much better. They look just so much more natural. I do have lamination plates, but I don't use them that often. I mean, these just flow really well. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Triple injection worked pretty well. It was a little stiff, a little hard to inject those molds with that injection. So I'll probably just keep working at it. I mean, it takes time to get used to something. The colors came out really nice. The frogs and the lizards came out great. I was pretty impressed by the color pattern too, with the pumpkin seed on the top and the green pumpkin in the middle and the white pearl on the belly. And I did the same thing for a couple of lizards, the regular lizards, and then I've got the winged lizards as well. Like I said, they came out very, very good. But I'm definitely going to look into the frog mold thing a little bit more. I got to see what my issues are with that. Maybe it's more of just a single injection mold. I got to just keep plugging away at that and see if I can figure that out. But I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. We are close to 350 subscribers. I would love to see it be 500 by the end of the year. I like mixing the videos up a little bit, giving you guys some fishing videos, giving you guys some bait making videos. Is there anything you guys want to see next? Let me know, please. I've got some other molds maybe that we can try that maybe nobody has seen before. Give me a shout, see what I've got, and we'll take it from there. But thanks for watching, guys, and remember, keep on baiting.